Hey everyone, I'm Andrew with KickstartPPC. Today I'm going to show you how to audit your Amazon PPC account and why you should be doing this on a monthly basis. So this is a sample of an audit that we pulled for a client, and we've changed the data for privacy reasons. Every time we bring on a new client, the first thing we do is create a comprehensive audit so we can see what's happening with the account, where they're at, what needs to be done, create a strategy for the next 30 days and the next 12 months. We then pull a new audit, the same audit here I'm going to show you, every 30 days so we can make sure we're on track and also create the strategy for the next 30 days. You can create a similar audit by just creating a pivot table. And what you can do is, if you download your sponsored products search term report last 30 days, sponsored brand search term report last 30 days, sponsored brand video search term report last 30 days, and then if you create a last 30 days sponsored product bulk file, then you can basically put all that together and create a pivot table. So by performing your own audit, creating the pivot table, this is some of the information that you can identify that helps you with your strategy for your PPC. So here we have performance by ad type. So we've put together here sponsored products, there's 31 campaigns, sponsored brand there's 5, sponsored brand video 0, sponsored displays 1. So on this account we can already see that we're missing out on sponsored brand video ads, which are very effective and they're very good for building your brand. So what we see here is we're looking at percentage of sales and percentage of spend. So we're able to identify that 67% of our spend is generating 62% of sales on sponsored products. Sponsored display, we're spending 8% of our spend and getting 1% of sales. So you can see that there's an imbalance here. You want to have these numbers fairly similar. So if we were spending 67% of spend, we'd want to attribute 67% of sales. So you can see that work would need to be done here to balance this out. And then you can also dig deeper into the ad type. So for example, sponsored products here, we can now see auto campaigns, category, ASIN, exact phrase, and broad match. We can see where we're spending, where we're getting sales. We can also see our average ACoS and conversion rate. We're looking at how many targets, ad sales, ad spend, clicks, and orders. So what we can see here is on an auto campaign, this client is spending 60% of their spend, getting 68% of sales. So what this tells us is that the harvesting of keywords is not being done, because around 70% of our spend should be on exact match. We only have 10%. So what's happening is all the spend is going into the wrong match type. So what we have here is also ASIN targeting, 0% of ad spend. So they're missing out and not doing competitor targeting. Exact match, 10% of spend, 8% of sales. So simply by just harvesting keywords, bringing them into exact match, lowering the spend on the autos, moving that spend into exact, where we can control top of search and placements, we can improve this account immensely. We can also look at the same thing here with sponsored brands, exact, phrase, and broad. So here there's a little bit more spend on exact match, which is good, which attributes to 70% of sales. So what we'd want to do here is shift some of the spend around and spend more on exact match, because the percentage of sales is so much more. So, we're essentially missing out on sales here because of the budgets. So this is also like a budget analysis, so we can kind of see where we're spending, where we're getting sales, and what we need to do. We have the same for sponsored display, and then we can also pull in branded and non-branded keywords and see where our spend and sales are coming from and what we need to optimize and do there. Next, I'm going to show you the keyword analysis. So from those same reports, this pivot table is showing us that 0 orders, we spent 35% of our ad spend, which generated 0 orders. So that basically means we have 35% of wasted ad spend. So if you're spending $1,000 per month, $350 is waste. If you have a large account and you're spending, well, like a medium-sized account, and you're spending maybe $10,000 a month, this would attribute to $3,500 a month in wasted ad spend. So obviously there will be wasted ad spend, there always is, because we're discovering new keywords and you don't win every bid and every click. But there's a lot of work that needs to be done here to make things more efficient. So this also goes back to the auto campaign where we're wasting ad spend there, because an auto campaign is for discovery, not for targeting. And then, it's not as efficient as an exact match, for example. Down here, what I wanted to show you is the keyword analysis. So here it brings in the keywords that we're targeting, and it shows us what we are targeting, which match types. So we can see out of all the keywords we're targeting here, are we missing any of the match types? What our rank is and our impression share. So we could see here, for example, Mr. Leather Cleaner and Conditioner. We're targeting sponsored product exact. Also broad, we're not targeting phrase. We have no sponsored brand videos. We can look at our ranking. So we're ranked number 1. We have 43% of the market share there. When we look at these ones up here, we can see that headlight restoration kit, we're not even targeting sponsored product exact match. We have a conversion rate of 10%, which is actually lower. So we'd want to look a little bit closer at this. We have a rank of 15 and we have a 1% impression share. Headlight cleaner and restoration kit, we have an 18% conversion rate, ACOS 18%. We are ranked 9 with a 3% 3% of sales on Amazon. So some of these keywords, just by moving them out of the auto campaigns, which a lot of these are in auto campaigns, that was the issue that we identified on the other page. And then we move those keywords into sponsored product exact. We'll be able to basically improve on our ranking and our market share. And by doing this on a monthly basis, we can see and compare to the previous month how we are improving. And then basically we can say, okay, this one here, we now have exact match targeting. The ACOS is the same. We have a better ranking because we are targeting exact match, which helps with the ranking and organic ranking in sales. And we can see what our new impression share percentage is. So this is the advantage of doing a self-audit, or if you work with an agency like us, we do this for you on a monthly basis. And this helps you make big improvements on your account. So if you need any help with your Amazon account and you'd like a free audit or you'd like a PPC managed service, get in touch below, hello@KickstartPPC.com, and we'd be happy to answer any questions.